welcome back to my channel. I do hope y'all keeping it cool, kind, and classy, of course. And today I wanted to speak on basically the fact that collective is going through, without saying, a very sensitive time right now. A very difficult and, if you will, unrealistic experience. It's just this feeling of, no matter what you do, nothing is working. No matter what you do, you don't feel good enough. No matter what you do, you don't feel like you're doing enough, is the energy of collective, essentially. And I think it just kind of stems from a place of always just doing as much as you possibly can all of the time, and always feeling like it's nothing. Always feeling like you're so proud to be yourself and it's nothing. It's just nothing to other people, what you do for yourself. And because you do so much for yourself, people truly take advantage of it to the point of, that they kind of are starting to expect you to be this way. And I mean, especially for the people that still have these energy vampires in their life, 144. This is for the people that just feel like they're not enough no matter what. And it's always something to do with people around. And it's always something to do, it can even lead back to internal perspective. So, because you are going through a very sensitive time right now, I guess my point is that the more sensitive you are with yourself, 222, the more you are going to receive everything that you are looking for, everything that you are perceiving in your future. And this is coming from a place of knowing. So that's the thing. That's the thing with people, is that 9 times out of 10, they see what you're doing, they see that you're working hard, they see that you are yourself. And to no avail on their side do they ever take that away from you. But they think that they can continuously take from it. And I guess my point is to say no in whatever environment you are, because you can leave an abusive situation. You can leave people that are hurting you. You can leave anywhere and still not be gone, and still view yourself the way that you have always been perceived. And this view that people are projecting is essentially a distraction. I mean, it's a distraction to say the least, and a competition to say the most. But I just really wanted to talk about the energy, because I was about to go to sleep and there's something I need to talk about. Welcome in, y'all. I'm not really sure. I am a little bit sure what it is, but I really just want to get into it. I want to get into it because I just feel like this is important for more than myself to speak on. So I think that you're kind of coming back from a journey, if you will. It's like you're coming back from a journey, but you're simultaneously setting out on another journey at the same time. And it's a journey of seeing yourself. So it's essentially coming back from everything that you've ever known, and then you're really sitting with yourself and you're like, I feel like I didn't get anything from that expedition, which is crazy, because that's what I set out for. And now you're sitting with yourself and you're saying, you know what? The only thing that I set out on that journey for was to find myself, was to see myself, was to look into reflection and see exactly everything that I stand for. So it's just that feeling once again, it's just that knowing. It's just that knowing. Because when you have that knowing, you have what is basically yourself. To just have yourself and to be present and to love yourself and to be honest with who you are. And it's so much more than you can buy in a store. It really is. So when you are able to sit with your truth and you are able to look at your reflection and you are able to view the world as yourself, that is a honor, and that is an you can't buy it. I mean, it's such a beautiful experience. And I think if the world had a little bit more of it, the world would be a little bit of a better place. Super unfortunate. Super unfortunate. And so basically it's just like it's like you're trying to be emotional with yourself, you're trying to be sensitive with yourself, but it's just this lack. And I think that that's a lot of what the lack kind of stems from, is the continuous perspective of it. So it's like you experienced major lack, maybe either in a relationship, you might have experienced lack, hey, in your past, or maybe you experienced lack in a parental situation, whatever it may be. And you always are continuously coming into this perspective of, I'm not good enough. I don't feel like I can do this. I don't know if I can do this by myself. But the thing is you're already not by yourself, because to have yourself, to have your inner child, is to already be with somebody else. Do you like 7? Oh, that's stupid. Okay. Okay, that's 2 seconds I'll never get back. So basically, to be honest about what you're feeling within yourself and really express it and really open up to it. I mean, this is things that we cannot buy in stores. This is things that cannot be purchased. This is things that you can't get on Amazon. And I think that that's part of the issue, because a majority of the world is working so hard to get this and spend a certain amount of money on that and scroll through Amazon until they feel that they're going to find something that is in compliance to their soul. And to be looking for something, to be looking for anything outside of yourself, is automatically setting yourself up for failure. When you are looking for something and looking and looking and looking, blah, 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 blah. When you're just looking for this thing, you're not going to find it. You're not going to find it, because you're already this. You're already this. So it doesn't really matter. See, this is the thing, because it doesn't matter what others think. It doesn't matter when you go outside if you're getting an evil eye. It doesn't matter. Confirmation. If people just don't like the way that you are honest with yourself, if they just don't like the way that you speak, if they don't like the way you live, if they don't like the way that you feel, as in your essence, if they don't like these things, then that is not on you. That doesn't make you a bad person. That doesn't make you somebody who is incapable or inept or invaluable. These are just all things that people want to point out about others in order to feel more powerful within themselves, because they say, well, you know what? This person went outside of their comfort zone. I didn't do that because I stuck with everybody else. So that makes me pretty cool, because that makes me pretty cool because I get to be just like everybody else, and I get to conform, and I get to do this, and I get to do that, and I get to have people in my life. Well, at what expense? To what expense is conformity? as to not know self. When you don't have self, what are you really being charged? There's so much more. There's so much more than conformation and and untruths and injustice and inequality and discrimination. There's so much more than all of this. And there's so much more than working for people who refuse to reciprocate you. These are truly people that insist on standing under you. These are truly people that insist on being somebody that you cannot turn to, because they don't want you to see that you are worth anything, first and foremost, but they don't want you to see that you are worth the time. They don't want you to see that you are worth the reciprocation. And that's truly what it comes down to at the end of the day. So when you are looking out at the world and you're saying, I just don't feel good enough for this place, it is all of that trauma. It is all of that projection. It is all of the lies that are in direct correlation to the way that you're viewing the world. So if you especially are in a isolated period, if you especially are feeling alone, if you especially haven't had somebody to turn to in the matter of years, then to view the world at a different angle might be all that you're looking for. You're not looking to spend a certain amount of money. You're not looking to receive a certain amount of money. You're not looking to get something that is not going to suffice this feeling, because this feeling is something that stems from within. This feeling is something that stems from a childhood belief that was so projected onto you consistently that it was hard to tell the difference between this cemented lie and the density of yourself. It was so hard. Literally 1244. It was so hard because this heartbreak that you have felt, this heartbreak that you have undergone, it has always manifested itself into lack within your life. It has always manifested itself into something in your life that has been materialized with this lack. Whether it is a job at McDonald's, whether it is 1313, whether it is a car that breaks down every 2 minutes, or a boss that doesn't treat you right, or a lot about jobs, basically. Even a significant other that just makes you feel like less than yourself. All of these things have been solidified into your life through belief of not being good enough. And it's the same perspective that you have carried once again through this heartbreak. I mean, to get this card twice in a row, come on, y'all. That's conformation. Conformation? Yo, I didn't mean to say that. That is conformation, because you are literally becoming the person that they want you to be. And it's like this icky energy. It's just this icky energy. 1414, that you just gotta to sit with it and to look at it and say, this is all my fault. You see, that's the problem. That is the prolonged cycle of the heartbreak that you had experienced in your past. So this heartbreak is literally manifesting itself into you. This is the issue. 1444. Because to consistently look at this thing, to consistently look at this old journey, look at this old journey and identify with it is the problem, because you are a lot about consistency. See, you're spending all of this consistency and you're looking at these things in your past, but you're not actually proceeding from any of it, if you will. 1515. You're not actually moving from it. You're not actually moving through it. You're just sitting with it and you're saying, this is my fault. And every time that you feel this energy come back up, you always sit with it and say, this is my fault. And then you don't know what to do with yourself afterward. It's such a shit feeling. It really is. To have to sit with that and say, you know what? I was always told that my emptiness is my problem. From lack of external reciprocation, this is all my fault. But the truth is that people didn't want you to know. Once again, people didn't want you to know that you were worth the reciprocation. Because if you knew this whole time that you were worth the reciprocation and had received it, it would directly be the downfall of these people who have projected this idea onto you. Welcome in, y'all. So, to sit with yourself, once again, it's such an honor, and even if you don't fully understand yourself, even if you don't fully see yourself, even if you don't fully understand yourself, I think I said that twice. It's like this understanding, though. It's still an understanding, but it's not of yourself. It's an understanding of everything that makes you yourself, but it's not fully seeing yourself. Like, you're so busy mucking around in this water. Ooh, this is a good analogy. Y'all tune in. Volume up, y'all. So, you're so busy mucking around in this water and, like, looking for something to fix, about yourself, that the water, you're not giving water enough time to relax in order to actually receive what is literally yourself. You're not giving yourself enough time to legitimately see the reflection in this water because you're always looking for something to fix. You have fixed enough. You have done enough. You have worked enough. So to try to consistently work, you're literally working something that is a relaxed energy. You're trying to work a relaxed energy. So it's not going to work. It literally is not going to work. And you keep trying to figure out why it's not going to work. Because you want to insist that it's something wrong with you so that you can look at it and fix it and then be done with it and move on to the next part of your life. But the problem is that this is something that you just have to sit with. This is something that you just have to sit with and understand, regardless of the feeling that it provides you with, regardless of how empty it literally makes you feel. Because once you sit with it and you say, this truly is not who I am, and I can accept that, I can be okay with that, and I can move with that, then everything is automatically going to start moving into what is in direct response to your future. So it's like, I'm just getting that you're like looking for this new journey to go on. As to what is essentially, something new you can fix about yourself. But at the end of the day, all you really need is to just sit where you are. Just sit where you are and just chill. Just sit where you, and I know that's coming from a person who I'm tired of sitting, I'm tired of relaxing. I'm tired of taking a break. I want something new. I want something new. And I think that you look at yourself and you say, I really want this new thing. I really want this new life. I want this new experience, but I feel awful because first of all, this is all you've ever known, is this stagnance, is this pain, is immature energies that are around you. This is all you've ever known. So to sit with yourself and say, yeah, I really want something new. I mean, you feel like you're telling the universe that everything that you have is not enough for you. And that's what it really comes from. Because yes, you have always been taught that you're not enough. You've always been taught that you're just unworthy and you're unrealistic with your dreams and you're unrealistic with your communication and your genuinity and your authenticity. But realistically, you just wanted more than to be treated like less. You just wanted more than to be treated like less. So it's like to have that. To say, I really want more and I'm so tired of feeling like I'm asking too much. Or I'm asking unrealistically, from an unrealistic standpoint, and I'm asking, I'm asking the universe to do something for me when I feel that it had already done enough. It has already been enough. It has already showed up more times than one. And you feel to ask for more is greedy. You feel to ask for more is selfish. Well, I'm actually talking to a little bit of everybody. Whoever is tuning in and resonates with this, that's who I am talking to. That's who I am talking to. So, yeah, this is the direct reason that you are slowing down. Because you keep sitting with the universe and saying, you know what? These cups are not enough for me. These cups are not enough for me, man. And so you're like looking up at the sky and you're like, oh, it's not enough for me. I don't feel good enough. I do my best. But like you're literally being handed a cup right next to your face, but you're so busy like asking. And then you're like, but I know that that's like a future goal, and I know that I can only do that in like maybe 5 years, and I know that like I'm probably not enough for that right now anyway. But the whole time the universe is literally sitting here with the cup and it's like, bro, like please take this because it's heavy. Yeah. That's a good feeling. That felt nice to say. Because I have also been struggling with that. Just like this feeling of asking for too much. It's always a feeling of asking for too much. But you've just been asking the wrong people for the bare minimum. And considering they didn't want to meet you with that made you feel like, asking for anything was unrealistic. So, that's not true. Yeah, hermit. Hermit type shit. Hermit coming out like that. Whoa. That was magical. Yeah, okay. So basically, yeah, reverse hermit. Reversed hermit because it's like you know what you're feeling, you see what you're feeling, and you know it's not enough for you, but you are in a place where you feel that you are not able to make this judgment. Excuse me, confirmation. So it's literally just this feeling of continuously thinking you have to work, of continuously thinking you have to work just to continuously feel like you're not enough. Because you think that's your cycle and you think that you deserve this heartbreak. Because you think that you always have to take the high road and be bigger than everybody else and always feel like you're making the right choice above all odds is really what I'm getting here. So because you want so badly in your heart to come out of this hermit mode, but it's just this consistent struggle of, you know, feeling like you're not good enough, or feeling like you're not big enough, or feeling like you're not valid enough to ask for something more, is putting you in this place of thinking you're not doing enough. So it's literally like a catch-22. It's like a double negative all the way around, because just you keep believing that you can't meet the world. But it's funny because you are the world. Woo! That's so fun. It's literally the world in search of the world. That's what this is. So you're like consistently trying to figure out what is wrong with you. You're consistently trying to figure out why you're not enough. But what you're lacking is to see everything that you are. You're lacking seeing everything that you are because you don't feel that you have the authoritative position to say who you are. Because people in your past have always given you the idea of who you need to be. And this idea of who you need to be has always been somebody who works hard, asks for nothing, gives with no question, always giving, and at the end of the day is okay with just residing back to their little empty spot on their throne. And it's funny because like that is so beautiful. You've been sitting on this throne for years. You've been sitting on this throne for years, but you've been believing that this throne is the definitive matter of what is essentially a timeout. So you literally think that your throne is like this awful place to reside because you've been taught that to be on this throne is to be, what am I looking for? You've been taught that being on this throne is like making people miserable. Like you're really viewing the world. You're viewing the world from your throne and you keep thinking like, wow, this is making people so people feel so alone. This is making people feel so wounded. I'm triggering people by being up here. Like that is upsetting. That is an upsetting point of view. So this is directly causing friction within your intuition. And while you sit on this throne, you're kind of looking down and you're seeing all of these people fight. And you're seeing all of these people complain. And you're seeing all of these people essentially speak so heavily on you as if you are an object in the room. They are essentially talking about you as if you are gone and your will is pre-written and they are deciding who is going to get what from you. Which is like, I'm not smiling because that's funny. I'm smiling because they're wrong. So I guess it's a little funny, but they're starting to see this. Whoop, whoop. They're starting to see that they're wrong, which is like everything that you have sat within this power for. I mean, not just so that they could understand how wrong they were, but so that you could live outside of what was their embodied and materialized and perceived truth. You literally did everything that you could in your power to stray outside of this external belief. And these are like all the cards, like this is a whole story here. Because it's literally just this energy of carrying so much. It's an energy of carrying so much and still feeling so little. Because, I mean, once again, you've been sitting on this throne this whole time. And you've always felt that you've always felt that you're just disappointing people by being high and mighty. And you are. You are, and you're going to. It's just what it is. You're always going to make people feel like they can't come with you, and this makes them feel less than you. So it's like this ego desertion. It's like they have to desert their ego. They have to discard it. They have to understand that, you know, everything that they have felt up to this point is not true. And Lindsay, yes, what is up? What is your question? So just, I mean, this goes back to exactly what I was saying in the beginning, because it's just sitting with yourself and really seeing exactly who you are is exactly what is going to bring in the abundance. And this is exactly what is going to bring in the balance and the truth of who you are. And also within that, the truth of what everybody has portrayed you as. Let's see, Lindsay. Let's see what's up with that. Okay, so I'm cutting it to the Four of Cups. So this is essentially something from the universe that the universe is trying to offer you, but you're not necessarily in the place to take. So, yeah, and I'm getting a rebellion. So you might have been in a position where you were in a relationship that, you felt like this person was the only person that understood you. And these comments are distracting and aggravating me. So I'm trying to focus at the same time. But this is like that distraction energy. But anyway, so you are in this rebellious energy with this person that also does not have good intent for you. That also, and it's like, you know, I've been in relationships like that, and you feel like this person is your everything, and you feel like you can turn to this person, but at the end of the day, they just lead you right back to this feeling of looking at the universe and feeling like, you know, you're not getting what you're asking for, or there's something that you're missing, or, you know, there's this emptiness. So, regardless, I got these two cards coming out. Regardless, it's just this feeling of reversion. It's just always this consistent feeling of thinking that, you know, you're at this certain point in your life and you can't go past it. 33. So, I mean, that's kind of your answer. I don't want to go too deep into it because, excuse me, I think that is your business. I think that's your business, and I don't think it's mine. And I feel like to breach that in public, because this is alive with a variety of people, and to just breach your personal information on that is not exactly what I believe in. But I do think that you should look into actually what you want from yourself. And if hypothetically this is an issue, I think that you should try to go about it in a way that is either going to be beneficial to your future, or, you know, sitting with yourself and really deciding what the best choice for your future self is, because I have also had to be in that position. It's not a fun position, but it is one nonetheless. And it is something that you have to look into and sit with the awareness of. And If this is not a journey that is going to serve you, then it's something that you kind of just have to take the loss of. Either take the loss of, or don't put yourself through something that is going to hurt your future self. So it's all about really, especially since we're in Mercury retrograde right now, don't make any decisions that you feel would negatively impact your future self. So this is also in correlation to like sitting with yourself. Everything I was saying in the beginning, just sitting with yourself and really seeing who you are, because to project negativity onto yourself is going to have the opposite effect that you think it will. I mean, think of all of the times that you have guilt tripped yourself up to this point and the places that it has put you in. So it's literally this feeling of moving with ease. That's what I'm getting. Just like moving with ease and trusting yourself. That's what I'm really seeing here. Trusting yourself to take the right step. Trusting yourself to slow down if you have to, and trusting yourself to be strong enough through it, not over it, not around it, not under it, through it. Trusting yourself to be strong through it, and understanding, where you have to determine the ability to use discernment. Yeah. Because I think the collective really sees themselves as less powerful than they are. So this is something that's really affecting your momentum. And therefore directly drawing a line between you and your next expedition, between you and your next journey, between you and saying no. It's literally like this logical standpoint. It's like, well, if I am mad at the position I am in and I have nobody to take it out on, then I should take it out on myself. But you got to think, like, you've always taken it out on yourself. Like, you never really took it out on anybody else. You never really took it out on anybody. And maybe when you were like a young kid, but it's like, for my collective confirmation, you really never took it out on anybody except for yourself. So it's like that thought is like that part, but that thought. Yeah, I mean, I keep getting this a reverse fool, because I think you literally just don't trust yourself to stand with yourself, but you've gone this whole time showing yourself that you are capable of standing with yourself. So it's like, it's literally a double negative because you're not getting anything out of it. And you're seeing the world with this perspective that is only negatively harming everything that you're capable of. Yeah. You're sitting with an empty cup and continuously wondering why you feel empty, because you want somebody to come in for you and fill your cup, but you're refusing to meet yourself fully. And yes, this is a collective that loves themselves. This is a collective that sees themselves to essentially no end. But when it comes to not guilt tripping ourselves for the past, that is something that we just really haven't gotten to the point of discarding yet. Yeah, I keep getting the reversed fool. So it's literally just like, can I trust myself to make this next step that is going to actually, meet me where I am? Can I trust myself to take this next step that is actually going to contribute to me not having to do so much in the long run to end up right back at the same place of thinking I don't trust myself? It's literally like, yeah, I mean, you just don't see yourself because you don't trust yourself. So the more that you fall into seeing and trusting yourself, the more that you're going to receive everything that you are looking for. And everything that you are looking for, in turn, is yourself. So you literally think you're looking for an external relationship. But think, if you were snuggled up with somebody right now in bed, you'd be like, oh, this person. I just want to know what it's like to be comfortable by myself. Like, that's really what you're looking for. You're really looking for how to balance yourself. You're really looking for how to not feel like the opposing energy. You're literally looking for ways to discard this negativity from your body, from your nervous system, from your pain body. But you think that it's literally who you are. You're emotionally sitting with yourself. Like, this is not coming from a logical standpoint. You're emotionally sitting with yourself and you're saying, no, this is probably who I am. But that's the issue, because you're saying this is probably who I am. You know, I'm probably my past. I'm probably everything I went through. But you never actually look at who you are. You just assume who you are. And it's like, if you actually knew who you were, you would already have everything that you were looking for. Yeah, see, you know, I really don't know why you would think that we are, because I haven't reciprocated anything that you've said up to this point. I clearly don't appreciate the way that you're talking to me. So, to establish a direct line between you and everything that has hurt you in the past, and a direct line between everything that has taken away your justice, is to become that self that you're looking for. Because, as I said, just think that you're in a relationship with somebody right now. Think that you're in a relationship with your dream person, and you're just sitting there. You're just sitting there, and you're looking for, like, you're waiting. You're like sitting with this person and you're waiting to feel anything. But you keep not feeling anything. You keep not feeling who you are. You keep not seeing yourself. And it's literally because right now you're looking for yourself. And I heard you're looking for a version of yourself. So it's like you've given up on seeing yourself to the point that you just want to see yourself in somebody else. You just want to see yourself in another version of yourself that is going to confirm who you are. Because you don't want to accept who you are. You don't want to accept who you are because you don't want to see how beautiful you are. It's like this fear. It's like this fear of what you're capable of conquering. It's a fear of what you're capable encompassing and embodying and becoming. And because of this, you're still stuck right at that waypoint I'm hearing. You're stuck at like a crossroads. So this is for somebody, but recently I've really been falling into Hecate. I've been falling into learning about Hecate. So I think that this might be for collective as well, because Hecate is essentially a clearing of crossroads. So it's like an establishment of crossroads, but it's like to decide is that guidance. To decide which path you want to take. You know, this Hecate energy is able to help you through that. And I think that the more you kind of come into 43, the more you come into alignment with yourself, the more you're naturally going to come into alignment with the guidance that you're looking for. Because it's really hard to just sit with yourself and say, like, I'm looking for Hecate. I'm looking for Zeus. Like, I'm looking for Archangel Michael. Like, so it's really hard to sit with that and say these things when it's so hard to believe in yourself. So I feel like the more that you're sitting with this old version of yourself, the more that you're seeing how much it doesn't serve you. And it really sucks. It sucks to sit with this version because you're consistently just like, oh, like, I'm sick of this. I just want to wash it off. But you feel like no matter how much you try to wash it off, you just keep feeling dirty. You keep feeling like you keep feeling like you're Oh, you keep feeling like if you become everything that you are, it's going to be a lie. And it's going to 44 cause a version of, what is that? Like the false interpretation of self, basically. That's really what it comes down to. Because you refuse to give to yourself and you refuse to show universe that you are everything that you need, because to become yourself is like a perceived feeling of, what is that word? Imposter syndrome. It's just this feeling of thinking that you're gonna experience being an imposter. But it's like, think about right now. Think about how you feel right now. Think about everything that you are, because you literally, and I'm just cutting it. Think about everything that you know you are, everything that you know you can attract, everything you know you can become. But you're just not becoming this because you think that you'd be an imposter to accept it. Because you literally have been taught your whole life that you are not capable of being anything. Confirmation, anything outside of what you are taught. And to accept anything outside of what you have been taught would be a lie. It's literally like this massive brainwash. And I heard brain rot. So it's literally like this massive brainwash that has slowly been causing brain rot, because you literally just think, you keep coming to the same conclusion within yourself of thinking you're not enough, because that is what your past was. Just always being taught that to receive anything from yourself would be imposter syndrome, would be a lie. You'd be lying to yourself if you love yourself. But think about how you feel right now in this position of unabundance, in this position of having nothing, in this position of having nobody. I mean, you know this is not your truth. You know this is not where you belong. You know this is not where you are comfortable. You know that this is not where you are going to find joy and sustenance and stability and love. So why are you putting yourself in the position? I mean, we found out why, but to hold that worth, right? To really hold that worth. It's like this bullheaded energy. Like you're so proud of who you are, but you know if you express that externally, you're going to disappoint people in a sense that is basically going to be making you feel like you are veiling yourself to something, or veiling them. There's something here. It's, yeah, I mean, it's literally this feeling, oh, okay, so it's going to unveil. It's going to do some unveiling. And within unveiling yourself, you are going to simultaneously unveil these others. You are going to unveil others as well, because you are going to force them to see the fact that you are this person regardless of your environment and regardless of their standpoint. Keep flying high, y'all. Keep flying high. Keep being yourself. Because even in the days that you don't see yourself, to be yourself, that's literally everything that you can do sometimes. And that's all that matters. Just keep sitting on that throne, even when in doubt, because you know deep down that you belong on this throne. Even if people are trying to overthrow you 48 and make you feel like you don't belong there, and make you feel like it's imposter syndrome to be there. It's a lie. It was all a lie.